Hey, my name is Jordan and I make videos that help people build resilience no matter how bad your situation is. My videos will help you if you take my advice seriously. Now, before we start off, I just want to say quickly that in the first link in the description, I have a one-to-one coaching program where I will help you go through any challenge you are facing and help you create good habits and change your mindset that will help you overcome any challenges you might have in the future. So yeah, first link in the description. I just want to start off with my story if you don't already know me. I was born and raised in Thailand, and when I was 13 years old, my mother got really sick with meningitis, and then she passed away. So that was heartbreaking for me as a 13-year-old kid, right? I never really truly experienced loss of any kind. So yeah, this one really hit me. And then I had to learn a lot of things, right? Like being responsible, and it was just a really tough situation for me. But anyways, my dad was always working back and forth between different countries. So then right after my mom died, my dad had to go back to work in another country. And this was during COVID. So then I was stuck in Thailand alone. And that was also kind of challenging. Fast forward 2 years, almost 3 years, my dad got cancer and I had to go see him in Canada. And then I watched him like die in front of me. So that was a lot for, a teenage guy. And then actually before my dad died, my dog also got hit by a car. So another hit. But yeah, anyways, I built a lot of resilience with the experiences that I had. So I just want to share with you today the things that really helped me build resilience and like improve my life even after all these tragedies, right? It doesn't just have to be loss for you. It could be in any situation. A challenging situation could be like, okay, loss, heartbreak, or anything that is bothering you, right? That's putting you in a bad state. That could be a bad situation, and you could use that situation to build yourself up and to build resilience for yourself. I remember a conversation I had with my dad. One of the last conversations I had with him. I was sitting across from him in our living room in Canada, and he was really weak. Like he couldn't move. He was just sitting there on the couch, and I was sitting on another couch. And then he says to me, "Jordan, I gotta tell you something. Like this is really important." And then he talks about him dying of this cancer, but I already knew. Anyways, he was just telling me that he was most likely going to die. And then I remember I was just bawling my eyes out, man, like in front of him. And then I went over to the couch and started like laying on his lap as I was crying. He was just telling me how proud he was of me. And his exact words were, "Jordan, I'm really proud of you. You're my world." And then in that exact moment, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make you and mom proud. So I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make you guys proud. So that was my motivation, right? To get out of this situation and to improve my life. I was pretty lucky with the mindset because I knew that in order for me to improve my life, I had to take action immediately after the bad things happening to me. I always knew that action was the only way I could overcome this. And truthfully, it really is. You just have to take action and take a lot of action, no matter how bad you don't want to do it. Just keep taking action. Go to the gym, start making more money, go for walks in nature. All that stuff helps. Just little things day by day really help. But then eventually I got to a point where I was really lost and I was overweight and I was letting things go. And then I knew I had to bounce back. So then my calling is now to help people overcome any situation that they might be going through. And I make these videos to help you. You don't have to get my one-on-one coaching, but I just want these free videos to help you out no matter what situation you're going through. So anyways, let's get right into it. The first thing that really helped me get through bad situations is understanding that shit happens. You need to understand that suffering is a natural part of human existence. And when you understand this, it stops you from becoming a victim. Just know that everyone suffers. It's not just you. Like terrible things happen all the time, and it's your decision to either sink or swim, right? Things happen to us all the time, but it's your reaction to the things that determine the outcome. And a lot of people are stuck and they go into depression because they think that someone is going to help them, that someone's going to save them. But the truth is they're not. You gotta save yourself. I'm keeping it real. You gotta stop crying about it and just go do something about it. Go take some action. Go to the gym. Go for a walk. Go talk to a friend or something. Don't just sit there and do nothing and hope that someone's going to save you, because they're not. And I guarantee you that whatever situation you're in right now, no matter how bad you think it is, someone else has it worse than you. Just be grateful that you're not some kid in Palestine getting blown up or something, or some kid in Israel getting killed. You got to be grateful that you're in that situation that you are in and it's not worse. And like I said before, it's your choice to either sink or swim. So make your choice. And the second thing that really helped me build resilience is choosing what to focus on. Now, when bad things happen to people, most of the time time they tend to go down the wrong path. And what I mean by this is most people, they start taking drugs and they start drinking alcohol and start hanging around the wrong people, right? But if you want to become a better person, you need to choose to create the right habits and to focus on the right things, to be around positive people, to bring positive thoughts into your mind, bring good habits into your life. This is what I mean by choosing what to focus on. You should really be focusing on the things that you can change. So if there's something that happened, like for example, my parents dying, I can't change that, right? So I shouldn't choose to think about it. I shouldn't focus on it at all. I should focus on the things that I can change. For example, okay, well, if I really want to make my parents proud, I should do this and I should do that, and then I start doing them, right? That's something that you can change. But if you keep thinking about the things that you can't change, then you're just going to be stressed, you're going to be anxious, you're going to start feeling depressed, and that we don't want that. You just want to focus on things that you can actually change to make your situation better. You need to start guarding your mind from negative thoughts. Any negative thoughts that you have in your head at all, just flush it out. Get that shit out of your head and start bringing positive thoughts into your head, and only positive thoughts. Whenever negative thoughts want to come into your mind, you literally gotta sit there and say to yourself, yo, get the hell out of my mind right now. Just get out of my mind and start thinking positively. Only bring positive thoughts into your mind. I remember, right? Obviously, my parents, dead, my dog died, basically my whole family is gone. And I remember I used to sit there and think to myself, what am I even living for? I don't have anyone to make proud. What am I even doing here? There's no point. I used to think that, right? But then one day I thought to myself, you know what? You gotta stop being a bitch. Let's flip that switch. And then I thought to myself, you know what? I do have so much to live for. I have so much to look forward to. I have friends. I have other family that need me and people that need me. I flip the switch, and then that's the moment my life changed. When you start bringing positive thoughts into your mind, that's when your life changes. I guarantee you. I promise you. Seriously. Another point to add to being grateful is when I was grateful for the situation that happened to me, my life really changed, and I started to understand why things were happening to me. With my situation, I was grateful. This sounds bad, but I was grateful that my family dying happened. Why? Because if that didn't happen, I wouldn't be this person that I am right now. And I am a much better person today than I was, 3 or 4 years ago. And honestly, if that situation didn't happen with my parents, I don't think I would be this person. I really don't think so. I think I'd be an NPC. I'd be some douchebag, living in Thailand. Bro, I'd be a dumbass. But I have become such a better person today because of the situation that happened to me a few years ago. And I want you to understand this, no matter what situation that you are in, if you shift your mindset to become grateful for the situation that you're in and start to understand why things are happening to you, that's when your life truly changes. I guarantee you. And you won't feel so sorry about your situation anymore. I want you to sit down every single day and think of I want you to sit down every single day and think of 5 good things that happened to you. Start becoming grateful for even the little things, right? Start becoming grateful for the situation, and then become grateful for the little things that happen in your day. And then you'll start to feel so much better. I promise you. And you also need to adopt what I call a growth mindset. It's okay, I'm in this bad situation right now. What is this trying to teach me? Is it trying to teach me to become a stronger person? Is it trying to teach me patience? Is it trying to, whatever it is, right? Sit down and think about it. You need to grow from your bad situation. If you don't grow from your bad situation, you'll never become a better person. You'll never improve your life. No matter what bad situation happens, you need to grow from it. You need to overcome the situation and grow in the situation, or else your life will never improve. And I'm trying to help you improve your life through adversities. So sit down and think, what is this tragedy trying to teach me? What is this bad situation trying to teach me? For me, it was everything. It was become stronger, become more patient, become tougher, become more responsible. And I see it now. And the third thing that I want you to do is ask yourself, is what I'm doing helping me? This is one of the most powerful things you can do to build resilience for yourself. I'm gonna tell you a personal story. So I used to go down this bad path myself, right? Of smoking weed and drinking alcohol. And sometimes, honestly, I didn't even smoke weed for enjoyment. I smoked weed to get out of my head, right? To not think about the bad things that are happening. I used to do that shit. And I also used to look at old pictures of my parents and whatever. But then I thought to myself, damn, I'm looking at these pictures and I'm smoking weed. This makes my situation worse. I'm looking at the pictures and I'm getting more upset. I'm smoking weed and I'm harming myself from smoking the weed, right? It doesn't improve my life in any way, shape, or form. You need to sit down and really ask yourself, is what I'm doing helping me? For me, it wasn't helping me because I was feeling worse. So whatever you're doing, please sit down. Ask yourself if what you're doing is helping you at all. And if it's not helping you, don't do it. If it's helping you, please keep doing it. And if you're doing something and it's not good for you, don't be hard on yourself. Just be kind to yourself. Don't beat yourself up for doing things that are bad. Just slowly get out of the bad habits that you're doing and then start changing it and doing good habits instead. And this question could be applied to so many situations. For example, let's say you have an exam tomorrow and you're supposed to be studying, but you're like laying down on your bed scrolling through Instagram or something. When you're scrolling through Instagram, you just ask yourself, damn, I got an exam tomorrow. Is this like really helping me, or should I be studying? And the answer is I should be studying. It could be applied to so many things. Or if, let's say you're on a diet, you're trying to lose weight and you're eating cake and you're like, fuck, is this really helping my diet? Not really. You should probably be eating, meats, eggs, fruits, and vegetables instead of that fucking cake. So yeah, sit down, ask yourself, is what I'm doing helping me? If the answer is no, don't do it. If the answer is yes, by all means, keep doing it. And the fourth and last thing that I want to talk about today is building a purpose mindset. For me, this was a game changer. So what I did was link a purpose to my pain. So what I mean by this is, for me, it was like, okay, I've always wanted to become this ultra successful person. I have success financially, success with a family. I have an amazing body, people who love me, all of this stuff, right? I always wanted that. And what I did was, when this situation happened with my family, I linked it to the path that I wanted to take in life. For me, it was like, okay, I want to become this successful person, but then I need to learn the traits that make a successful person. And when my parents died, I learned all those traits, like naturally, just from having such a strong mindset. I learned all of that. So what I want you to do is basically, whatever pain you're having right now, you link it to what your purpose is, or you link it to like the type of person that you want to become. You will finally start to understand, like, damn, okay, this had to happen so I could become this person, or this had to happen so I could be closer to my goals and shit like that. That's what happened to me. That's what changed my life, basically, is linking a purpose to a pain. And I'll explain this book. I once read this book called A Man's Search for Meaning. I really recommend it. If you can, go out and buy it. It's amazing. So basically, the writer, he was a Jew in the Nazi concentration camp, and what he said was, the Jews that had hope and a purpose to being in the concentration camp, they were the ones who survived, and the ones that didn't have hope and purpose anymore, they were the ones that died, right? So basically, I'll give you an example in the book. Let's say there was one Jew who was in the concentration camp and he had a daughter at home. So his thinking was, okay, I'm going to survive this camp so I could go see my daughter at home. And he kept hoping and hoping and hoping, no matter how hard it was being in the camp, right? But his hope was so strong that he survived the camp, and then he went home to see his daughter. And that's what it is. You need to have hope. You need to have purpose, because without hope and purpose, you're just gonna die. It's like that in any situation. For me, it was, okay, I'm going through this bad situation right now. It's trying to help me become the person that I want to be. Then I endured it. So then I endured all the pain, and that really helped me. And what's really cool about this is, as you keep taking action, right, eventually you're going to connect the dots. Like, oh shit, this bad situation happened because it's trying to teach me this, it's trying to teach me that. You're gonna start to see that it had to happen so that new doors in your life would open. And I swear to God, your tragedy could be the reason you succeed in anything that you want to do at all. And please don't let the bad situations dictate the quality of your life. You gotta look at the bad situations in the eyes and just fucking strangle it. That's how you become a better person from tragedies. Take control of your life. And I swear, anyone could become resilient. It's just a matter of choice. Okay, resilience isn't rocket science. You just have to choose to be resilient. Stop complaining about your situation and start taking action. Yeah, that's gonna be it for the video. Just gonna remind you again that I do have a one-to-one coaching program. First link in the description. I'll help you overcome any situation and improve your life and your mindset and your habits. And as always, I'm rooting for you. I believe in you. I love you.